Good morning, everybody. My name's Pastor Jeff, and I'm here at Living Lord Lutheran Church, and I'm glad to be here with you on this beautiful day that God has created. And as I am one who, as you probably figured out by now, gets a little nostalgic now and then, and longs for an era of yesteryear. And I recall a few things, and I may be dating myself. In fact, I may be dating myself twice in what I'm going to say, one of which is my guilty pleasure. One of my guilty pleasures are cartoons of Hanna-Barbera, particularly the Jetsons and the Flintstones. Now, I know we were trying to figure out how I'm making a connection here, but bear with me for just a second. The Jetsons in particular were enamored by technology and what technology had accomplished and how it shaped the lives of the people, and in a very humorous way. And I remember a comedian back in the 90s asking the questions, it's 1990 now, when are we going to start living like the Jetsons? And I remember how we would, in communication, have to be very conservative with how we spent our time on the telephone. If we made a telephone call to my mom's uncle in California, we all had a little sheet of paper that we took with us to the phone when we talked to Uncle Polly. And we had about 2 or 3 minutes in our script of what we could say, because every minute counted and cost a lot of money. And it got even more expensive when we made established our relationship with our relatives in Norway. And I remember thinking to myself then, when are we going to start living like the Jetsons? Well, the very fact that you're watching this broadcast, the very fact that you can flare up your computer, regardless of whether you're in California or Minnesota or Norway or Zimbabwe, tells me that we really are. We have that technology available. I'll never forget the time when I was Skyping my kids when I took the church to Israel, and the Sea of Galilee waves were pounding behind me. I actually had to say to my kids, excuse me, the Sea of Galilee is a little loud if you can't hear me. I thought, wow, isn't it amazing? And we're enamored by technology, and we long for it, and we look for it to accomplish things in our lives that are vital. But here's the thing. The master of the universe, the creator of all humanity, the person who made us in his image, has always been available to us 24/7. We don't have to buy a fancy cell phone or a fancy computer or have technology available that's state-of-the-art to communicate with God. We have our hands and we have our heart, and we can call upon him anytime we want. And though we are so absolutely enamored by what we as human beings are capable doing in communication, God is always available to us. And we've always been able to, if you will, live like the Jetsons when it comes to being in conversation with the one who can truly help us in our daily life.